Hi guys, you guys may not know who I am, but I am Shridula and I recently turned 22. It was a very eventful day. I went on a trek with my friends to Kumara Parvata, so died over there, but it was fun. That trek was a 21-kilometer trek, and before going, I was like, okay, I'm gonna write down 11 lessons which I've learned in my life and 11 gratitudes and read them out like each kilometer. But like I gave up and it was really hard for me to do the trek, so I didn't forget about it, but I was just like, I don't have the energy to do it. So I thought I would make a video because personally I enjoy watching videos where people just share their general thoughts on life and the lessons they've learned in their years lived. So let's get on with this, okay? The first lesson is be kind. I mean, I don't think I should have a justification for why this should be a lesson. I think everyone in this world deserves to receive kindness, and also each of us should give and be kind to one another. The second one is failure doesn't define me, it's how I respond to it. So this year was kind of like, not only this year, past few years have been quite difficult ones in the sense that I have failed in tests and in important exams, and it really gave me a sense of how I react to failure, and also taught me that failure is not the end. Failure is very important in every person's life. Like, you're not going to keep winning always, there's obviously going to be downs. So it's really important how you react to your failure. Don't give up, guys, keep going. The next one is it's okay to be bad at something before I get better. So this thing, it was actually life changing. Before, I used to never try anything because I would just be like, oh, I'm never gonna be good at it. Or if I tried something once and I was not good at it, I would just be like, okay, I'm never doing this again. Like, this is not for me types. But then after that, after pausing for a second and thinking, I'm just like, I don't have to be good at something I try for the first time. Like, it's okay to be bad at something. It's okay to be bad at something you like to do. It's not the end of the world. The next is comparison steals peace. And this is such a big thing because in this day and age where Instagram and all social media contents are just where people show the happiest parts of their life and no one shares their the actual things that they're going through. It's very hard because you're constantly comparing yourself to someone who's showing you their filtered life. And not only that, even when you're in college, you see so many people who are, ahead of you. And I feel like I'm yapping now. But yeah, if God wanted everyone to be the same place, the same time, then he would just literally create clones of all of us. Like, what is the point of creating different people? Right? Right? Okay, next one. Growth can be uncomfortable. This is so important because, trust me, trust me, trust me. When you step out of your comfort zone, it's when you grow. So it's very important that you keep pushing yourself and testing your limits, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. This year, I actually performed on stage with my ukulele. It was not like a big thing, it was just like my college ka fest, but like still, it was a big thing to me. Like, I've never performed in front of like more than two people, and those two people are my mom and dad. So yeah, that was like a big thing. And the only reason I did it was not to win anything or expect anything out of that competition other than me pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Next one is expect disappointment and never be disappointed. This is so important because I'm sure everyone during their birthdays, especially me when I was young, Not young. I think till my 18th, 19th birthday, I would always expect my parents to do something and expect my friends, expect them to do something for me, and never met my expectations, obviously, because my expectations were so high. But yeah, it always brought me to tears. So now I've learned to not expect anything from anyone, just live my life. And yep, next. To be cringe is to be free. This is literally the title of my YouTube channel. But being cringe is the best thing on the planet, honestly. Like, I don't know in this day and age what this nonchalant business is. Like, it's just not me. Like, what is not expressing your emotions and not expressing who you are? I think that's honestly being even more cringe than what being cringe is actually. Next, step out of the rat race and start living yo. Like, out. Step out right now. This is this is so crazy because when you're in school, everyone's like, go to college, after that you're free and you can live life. And now that I'm in college, people are like, what are you doing for masters? And then after masters, people are going to be like, what are you going to do for your job? And then after job, everything's like money, money. Like, you want to start going up the money ladder. And then, like, I feel like you're just constantly in this loop where you're just like, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next, like, what's next, what's next. And like, when are you going to start living? Like, you cannot start living when you retire. You're going to be like 60 by that time, and it's not going to make sense. Like, when are you going to go for those treks you dreamed of? When are you going to go do all of the things that you dreamed of? I think, like, we should step out of this whole rat race which this society has like screwed into our head, and we should totally live in the present because it's so much worth it and it gives you much less anxiety. Just keep doing what you're doing and God will have your back. The next is that I am my biggest cheerleader. So no one's gonna be more happier for what you do other than yourself. Yeah. The next one is forgive and forget. This is something which I preach because forgiving and forgetting takes a load of your mind, because it's not for the person who you are forgiving. It's basically for yourself. And that is possibly the best thing you can do for yourself and for your mental peace. Next and final one is it is what it is. You have to say it in that slang. It's like it is what it is. I think this is such a perfect life lesson because it literally goes with everything. Like, you had a bad day, it is what it is. You failed in this exam, it is what it is. You fought with your friend, it is what it is. I don't know, bro. I just like love this quote because it just goes with everything, makes life little less heavier than it already is. Those were my life lessons, nothing too deep, and there's obviously so much more to learn, but these were my lessons. Now let's go to my 11 gratitudes. So the first one is I'm grateful for my freedom, grateful for my family, I'm grateful for music because I cannot live without it. I literally have it on 24/7 and I think that's a problem, but that's okay. It's okay. Next one is for the beauty and nature around me. That trek, man, that trek, it was so beautiful. And I'm grateful for people I can learn and grow from. I think the people who I cherish the most is people who teach me something and people who I can learn from. And it's when people are not like, oh my god, you don't know this, like, how dumb are you? I love it when people are like, oh, you know this, let me teach you, let me like catch you up on how to do this. I just love people who are like that, bro. They're like literal gems. Next, for my strength and resilience, who did that Kumara Parvata trek with no prior like training? Me. I don't think it was because of like I'm physically strong, but mentally I think I have a lot of strength. Next one is for being able to make mistakes. Let's go ahead. for the bonds I've made. I'm so grateful for the friendships and the people, amazing people who I've met in these 22 years of my life. The next one is for the moments of boredom and stillness. Again, very lucky that I have time to be bored and time to just sit still. And I'm grateful for another year of my life and for my body and for me being in good health. That was the last one. Again, not that deep, but it's okay, guys. It's okay not to be that deep. Everything is not deep in life, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know if this video is gonna like reach a lot of people, but like, and yeah, I'll see you guys. Bye.